Hi everyone. Is a BMW with a 3-cylinder engine and 4-wheel drive still a BMW? I've asked myself this question after driving for 60 kilometers a 116D. It's a 1 Series BMW that I had the chance to drive because my girlfriend had her car in service for one day. And boy, is this a good question. As long as I can remember, a BMW felt like a BMW. And what do I mean by that? The last weeks, months to jump between my M3, a 5 Series Touring, a 7 Series, an X5, a 3 Series Touring. Each and every time I jump between these cars, it was always a 6-cylinder, it was always rear-wheel drive or X-drive, and the X-drive is a rear-wheel drive biased all-wheel drive system. So basically, you start the engine, you hear that inline 6 sound, you start driving, you see the first bend, you get on the gas. You know what I mean, guys. You know in advance how the car will handle, and you need a few hundred meters to adapt to something very small like a 3 Series or to something really big like an X5 or a 7 Series. But it's always the same. You feel at home in a few hundred meters. Now, I see the 1 Series, I want to drive it, I jump in the car, I start the car, and here comes the first wow moment. Because you feel vibrations and it sounds like a tractor. I can remember I used to have as a company car long time ago a Volkswagen Polo with a 3-cylinder diesel engine, and this tractor like rattling and the vibrations that you feel, that's exactly how the 1 Series sounds and feels while standing at the stoplight. This was unbelievable for me. After 10-12 years to have such a horrific moment in this 1 Series. I didn't knew at the moment that it's a 3-cylinder. Okay, I said to myself, okay, it sounds like a Polo 3-cylinder engine, but it can't be, it's a BMW. I knew it's 4-wheel drive, so I said, okay, it was an automatic. Okay, I reversed and pushed the accelerator, and then came the next wow moment in a negative way, because the car needed RPMs below 2500 RPMs, although a diesel, it did not do almost anything, and I literally had to beat the car in the direction of 4200 RPM so that the car did something. I was on comfort, then I went on sport with the engine, then I went also on sport with the gearbox. Simply put, it was my first BMW since ever where I had shiz to overtake. So it was really a challenge for me to overtake on a B road. It's not the typical BMW feeling where you know you have the power down under, and you're a top predator on the road. It wasn't the case. It was simply a very slow car, 109 horsepower to be exactly, and the heavenly match that I know between the BMW straight 6 engine and the ZF gearbox was not present. It was simply a slow gearbox with an engine that had no power, that had no oomph from down below. The next topic is the front wheel drive. So I cannot imagine a BMW that acts like a Volkswagen Golf. It did not have horrific torque steers or something that I would say in the direction of torque steer. It managed pretty well the torque steer. At 109 horsepower you cannot have a lot of torque steer, but it was not this typical rear wheel drive bias car that I knew. All the BMWs should feel like a BMW. And honestly guys, at the end I was shocked to see that the listing price for this car was 38,000 euros. Honestly guys, if you want to buy a BMW and if you want to brag that you have a BMW, then buy a used 3 Series with a 6-cylinder engine, and it's a great car for that price. But to pay 38,000 euros for a 3-cylinder front-wheel drive BMW is a no-go from my point of view. Yes, the car had 5.2 liters consumption average for the last 200 kilometers, although I sometimes pushed it on the B road. But if you gave me the choice to take the 1 Series with this engine or a Golf 8 with the 2.0 TDI engine, I would take all the time the Golf. It hurts me to say that I would take the Golf, but honestly guys, this is no longer a BMW for me. In a BMW you need to have, if possible, a straight 6 engine and an ZF automatic. We are talking about a daily driver. We are not talking about performance cars. Because that you know already my opinion, it needs to be an M3 with a rear wheel drive and a manual transmission. But if you want to go for a daily driver, god damn it, no way the car should have a 3-cylinder with a 4-wheel drive. And that's it.